Hello. Um, a little nervous. This is my first video on this channel. Guess I should start by introducing myself. I'm Allison Waller. You will, at some point, hopefully hear my name because I plan on doing great things with my life. Right now, I am only a teenager, so last night, during the election, I could not vote because I am 17. And that's pretty upsetting. Yeah. So I wanted my first video to be, in fact, the initial reason I decided I wanted to create this channel is because of the outcome of the presidential debate, or not debate, the presidential election. It resulted in Donald Trump winning. And unfortunately, there are so many people who don't see anything wrong with that. Like, not a single thing. Like, at least the people who did support Hillary would be able to see the flaws. Actually, I don't want to call out people, but, I mean, if Hillary won, I would have seen the issues with it, but I also would have seen that she was better, in my personal opinion, at least. I mean, that's why we have the elections. We want to see everyone's personal opinion. But, in what I've experienced during this campaign for the election is how surprising it is how much hatred can be seen from one person and then they still come out on top. And so I want to say something to all of the minorities, even the minorities that people don't see as minorities, because, for example, women are minorities. But I wanted to say to all the minorities, that's women, people of color, everyone in the LGBTQ community, everyone of, I don't want to specifically call out one faith, but, considering what has been said during this election, I'm talking to everyone of Muslim faith as well. And I want to say that it has been so hard for all of us as minorities to get where we are. And we have fought so hard. And throughout a lot of it, we would fight and the oppression would go away more. And it has gone away so much in if you look at early 20th century and you compare it to now, it's gone away a lot. There was still some there, but substantially less. And it's gradually got to where it is. It took a lot to get here. But with our new president, who will be taking office in January, I just want to say some words that I hope at least some people hear, and at least some people, like, not just hear it like, oh, she said something, but hear it like, wow, that's right. She's right. I want people to think that we are not, we are fighters. Us minorities, we have fought and we have stood up for ourselves, and we've had allies that stand up with us. We fought to earn our rights. And we are America, land of the free, and also home of the brave. We fight to get our equality. So that's what I really wanted to say in this video, and make sure that I said it in this video. We have fought for so long to get where we are. This is just another fight we have to get through. Unfortunately, we have to get through another fight. But on the other side of this fight, we will be stronger. And I don't agree with a lot of what has gone on. a lot of what Trump has said. I mean, I can't say everything because I don't know everything he says. Maybe he said the sky is blue somewhere in there, and if I say I disagree with that, that's, you know, that's wrong. But I disagree with probably everything I heard that he said. And this election has been a very scary thing for a lot of people. I, for one, hope that the expectations that we have for what he says he's going to do and all these terrible things that he's saying, I hope he doesn't live to those expectations. I hope he proves us wrong, because if he proves us wrong, then we will be great. Maybe not great, but we will be better, at least, than what we expected. And we are all expecting not all of us, I mean, he won, but all of us who are terrified because of logic, I hope he proves us wrong. And I'm not hoping that for him, I'm hoping that for us as a nation. You know, I hope that we're wrong. I mean, if you've actually met me, you know I hate being wrong, and I will argue so hardcore. But I hope that we are wrong, because if we're right, then 4 years from now, we're going to be a very different nation. And I don't want that. 4 years from now, I'll be 21. And 4 years from now, I want to be happy to be an American. I'm not entirely sure if any president can, you know, deal with that. I want to going in with everyone being terrified that they're the president, and then 4 years later, them being proud. I don't know. I'm not a Republican, so it's, you know, that much harder. But I want to not hate that I'm an American. It's just because that's kind of where I'm at right now, because I've seen everything that both main candidates have gone through during this election, and it's upsetting to see how different the negatives were, how far apart the negatives were, but how his heavy negatives and her one negative ended up like that. It's so bizarre. And not only that, but I've read in numerous places that thousands of people voted for Harambe. I mean, jeez. It's really hard to have pride in your country when thousands of people in your country have voted for a gorilla that is no longer around. I mean, yes, Harambe, I don't think he should have been shot. You know, that's not that's not the way I would have taken care of the situation. But voting for a dead gorilla for president, I mean at the same time, it just goes to show how much hatred was going around during this election. But I do hope Trump proves us wrong, and I hope in my sincerest of hearts that I can be proud, at least to some degree, to be an American in 4 years when re-elections come. I mean, maybe not re-elections. He might not even run again. I mean, I guess that all depends on how he takes office. Not takes, but how he warms up to being in office. So, yeah, I just did a lot of talking. But, you know, hopefully at least one person that watches this video needed to hear at least one thing that I said, because this election is really tough on a lot of people. So good luck, America.